Welcome to Sense of Noise, a podcast about photography, among other things. I'm Andrew, joined as always by Arthur.
Hello.
Arthur, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing well. I woke up like an hour ago because it's a holiday today.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, we're not laboring today.
No, we are not,
because it is Labor Day. Yeah. What's the first item you got here? Tell me about.
I just want to point out a friend of mine from work, Kat Ju, is a wildlife photographer, and she's a finalist for Ocean Photographer of the Year from Oceanographic Magazine. It's a pretty cool picture she's got here. It's a pelican stealing a fish from some dolphins.
An opportunistic pelican swoops in to steal a fish from strand-feeding dolphins.
And so dolphins, I guess, will make a ball of fish and sort of push them up to the shore to feed on them.
Yeah.
And this pelican is stealing the fish from these dolphins as they're trying to eat it. Mm-hmm. So pretty cool. I love these kind of pictures. These like oceanograph photographers.
Yeah.
They're just, it's so cool. You know, the ocean's wild and terrifying. If you click through the gallery here, number 6 is also pretty wild. It's one of those giant Galapagos marine iguanas.
Yeah.
Those guys are scary too.
Yeah.
But yeah, good job. Kat takes some pretty incredible photos. I'll link her Instagram as well. She's very, very good. So that's all about that.
Check that out. Next up, we have news. Kodak, a little while ago, Kodak they put out their usual, earnings report and all that, and it had some language in it that it seems like quite a lot of folks ran with without really looking into it too much. Basically, they said that they have a lot of debt and they're working to restructure that debt, but because the restructuring of said debt is not entirely under their control, like legally they have to say that it is not probable, quote unquote, and so then they have to say that they if that they were not able to restructure their debt, they would be at risk of going bankrupt, basically.
Right.
Which there's a lot of like ifs, ands, or buts with this, but basically everyone just seized on the language that said
Kodak's going out of business is what all the news reports said.
There is substantial doubt about the company's ability to continue as a going concern. And so everyone ran with this, and then a couple days later Kodak had to come out and say, no, that's not.
No.
Like we're that's not. Media reports that Kodak is ceasing operations, going out of business, or filing for bankruptcy are inaccurate and reflect a fundamental misunderstanding of a recent technical disclosure the company made to the SEC.
That's right.
They're basically like, no, we think we'll handle it. So yeah. I don't know. Kodak is I feel like Kodak is going to remain on the brink for basically the rest of its lifetime, as they have been since like the mid 2000s. But yeah.
Obviously, I don't see from them any. I don't know. I don't see a plan to fix it.
No,
or really a desire to fix it. It doesn't seem like they even care that much. So
it definitely seems like a sort of managed decline scenario. Yeah. Because, I mean, they've already sold off or like chopped up, all sorts of other aspects of their business, and then they license their name out to all sorts of other things, and it's kind of sad. I imagine, I don't know, some private equity firm will probably buy them eventually, and then just sort of.
I'm kind of surprised that hasn't happened already.
Squeeze the value out of it. Yeah.
I mean, maybe
their whole thing
theory
is
it's because they have too much debt, so the private equity company can't do the thing that they love to do.
Yeah, which is saddle it with
debt. They already have too much.
Yeah. Anyway, that was Kodak. Things are okay. No one's in danger of losing color film for the time being.
No.
Next, we have Sigma, which came out with a couple of lenses. The one I think is the coolest is the 200mm f2 DGOS Sports, in case you were wondering what this is for. It is for sports.
For sports.
It's right in the name. This is a large lens. It is they have a photo of it here on I assume this is a Sony A7, and like the the largest, the diameter of the lens appears to basically be larger than the width of the camera. Basically, this is huge, as it would need to be, I guess, to be a 200 f2. So yeah. A lot of sample images that aren't sports related, though. So, I'm wondering if they understand what their thing is for, but whatever.
I'm not entirely sure, but it's okay. I appreciate this because, like, one of the big things with sports, like, this is big, right? But it's not, it's not that big. It's not one of those huge ones that you really need a monopod for. So, like, typically when people are doing sports, you have, if you have like a 70 to 200, you're at 2.8. This is a 2.0, which is pretty good. So you have a whole nother stop at the 200, and it's like, I don't know, it seems like a nice middle ground between your standard 70 to 200 and your, like, 400 millimeter prime, the giant thing that people carry around. So I mean, it's definitely, it's more compact than a lot of other giant, sports lenses that I've seen. So currently only available for E and L mount, but costs say what I think is fairly reasonable for a giant zoom like this, $32.99. So I think that's reasonable. Yeah,
you'll see that on the sidelines very soon, I'm sure.
Almost certainly.
They also came out with a 12 millimeter f1.4 for APS-C cameras, including the Canon RF APS-C bodies. So congrats to anyone who has a R50. You get a new lens that you can buy. This is 12. What is that equivalent? Focal length of 18 millimeters on Sony 18, and Fuji, and 19.2 on Canon. So fairly wide angle. F1.4 max aperture. It has an aperture control ring.
So it's for video then?
No, they show it for like astrophotography and nature stuff.
What are they charging for this? Because like
1 million,
$629.
Yeah,
that's not that
bad. That's not bad. Yeah,
so that's better. Like because they're competing. If it's for astrophotography, they're competing against those like 12 millimeter Chinese ones that are like $150.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing that this one is quite a bit better, and also has autofocus, which none of those do.
What I find odd, it's weird to me, the lens mounts that companies choose to support sort of initially, because the other one we talked about was Sony E and L, and this is E mount, X mount, and Canon RF, but like not Z mount, which is, I don't know, they're all pretty close is the thing. I mean, we talked about this at this point with mirrorless, like all the lens focal, the flange focal distance is pretty similar, and all you need to do is design something with the Z mount in mind, and you are able to cover all the other ones just by like making the bracket, a little longer.
Yep. For
it to click in. So I don't know. It's weird. You'd think it would be easy for them to just, maybe it's the software, camera communication aspect of it that takes the most time, I'm guessing, but
I don't know. It must be right. I don't know.
Yeah. Next, when we talked about the Fuji X-Half originally, we sort of were asking who is this for, and we got an answer. It's for Japan. It remains the best-selling camera in Japan for the second consecutive month.
It is for Japan. Yeah.
It remains the best-selling camera at Map Camera in Japan, and overwhelmingly ahead of the second best-selling camera, which is also a compact-style camera, the A7C II.
Yeah.
So they like their small cameras over there, I guess.
They sure do.
Yeah.
And this goes to our the next topic. Also, Ricoh has a new compact camera.
They do.
I wonder if this, like... Are we in a resurgence for these? Is this coming back now, finally?
It would be nice. I think, I don't know. We'll see. It's definitely that we are seeing more compact cameras, but they're at the very top end of the market. So I'm curious if we're going to see newer mid-range models or something.
But I don't know. Maybe that's okay. It seems like, the Fuji is expensive. The X-Half is not cheap, but it's the best-selling camera in Japan. Maybe people don't care.
That's true. Yeah.
The other thing is we're like the pricing on these things. You got to remember, people are used to paying like $1,200 to $1,500 for phones now.
That is also true. Hey, so remember when phones cost like $200 to $300?
Yeah, I do.
And you couldn't. The price you paid for that was that you couldn't switch carriers for like 2 years. But also, how many people are moving carriers every,
right.
more frequently than that? Especially now that there is basically only 3 carriers.
Especially in the U.S. We're talking from a U.S. perspective. Yeah, nobody's changing phone carriers anymore.
Yeah, like I would take that back personally, but no, we all have to pay $1,500 for a phone now because of
that's just reasons. How it is.
Yeah,
but that's maybe people just don't care because none of them are like, even the Fujis, right? Even the X100 is still under 2,000, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So like it's like the price of a nice phone.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think that's that crazy for people.
I guess. I mean, it must not be because those are selling and they're coming out with new, kinds of them. So yeah.
So anyway, Ricoh, the GR4, it looks a lot like the GR3, except better in basically every way.
It does look a lot like the GR3, but it is quite different. This isn't just like a small update. They put a whole new sensor in it, which is a little bit larger.
Shocking to me that they have one of those.
I know. They put a new lens in it. They put an anti-static coating on the IR cut filter. And they also upgraded the imaging processor. So it went from 24.2 up to 25.7 megapixels. Better lens. The ISO ranges from 100 to 204,800.
That's insane. You should never.
Yeah, that.
Okay.
I can't imagine it looks good at that ISO.
Listen, even in my Z9, I'm never going above like 10,000.
Yeah, right.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. And it will record RAW and JPEG images to 53 gigabytes of internal storage with a micro SD card slot for overflow.
All right, sure.
Which is kind of interesting. One of those things where it's like, why wouldn't you just put a little bit of storage in the camera?
I mean, they all have a little bit of storage. The question is whether or not you can use it.
Right.
So sure, put 53 gigs of fast storage in there, which means your buffer is basically unlimited.
Mm-hmm.
And then just have it, offload to the SD card.
It says here you can record video with it, although it is clearly not meant for that because it's 1080p 60. Not sure why you would do that. It does have in-body image stabilization, which can compensate to up to 6 steps rather than the previous 4.
It's pretty good for a camera this small.
And I want to say, I noticed this when I tried a GR3. It says other performance improvements include a shorter startup time. Just
good.
0.6 seconds. The GR3 took like 5 seconds to start up.
Yeah, it's slow, huh?
It's very weird. So the fact that you can just press the button and this thing is on is how it should be, really.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But other than that, I mean, it looks very similar to the GR3, which is fine. That's a good design, I think.
Yep.
This is, I don't know. This is like almost my ideal compact camera design. I would prefer a viewfinder, obviously, but other than that, it's like simple, sleek. There are buttons and dials where you expect them to be.
Yep.
The only thing I would maybe complain about is that the on-off button is kind of close to the shutter button. Those could be maybe a little further apart so that you don't accidentally shut the thing off when you're trying to take a photo. But whatever.
Yeah, I do also appreciate they've made a flash.
They have made a flash.
Which is nice. And a lens adapter? Some kind of lens?
Yeah, they do have lens. They've had lens adapters for the previous ones. Basically what it is it's a little extra, like lens element that makes it a wider angle, more or less. Wide conversion. Cool, you can also buy a ring cap, which adds an eye-catching metallic finish to the camera.
I kind of like that.
And you can get... so it comes with a plastic hot shoe cover, but you can get a metallic one if you want.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I got one of these, I'd probably just get that flash and just leave it on there.
Yeah, the flash it's compact. In fact, they call it the super compact, and it is apparently automatic when used with the camera. So The only thing is that you do have to charge it separately.
You have to charge it separately.
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of funny.
The flash's refresh cycle at full power is approximately 2 seconds.
That's not bad at all.
Also, you can't use the flash and the wide conversion lens attachment at the same time.
I mean, looking at the geometry, that makes sense because I think the wide
interfere.
Well, I think it covers the flash.
Yeah.
If you put that, it's too tall. It would cover up the flash. So that makes some sense.
Yeah.
I gotta say, it looks good.
Mm-hmm.
It looks real nice.
Yes, and they discontinued the GR3 to replace it with the GR4.
Which, fair enough.
They are still selling the GR3X. I'm sort of curious if they're going to come out with a GR4X.
I don't know.
I'll be curious. Yeah, because that is the GR3X is like a 40 millimeter. Which is more, I think, what I would use on like a day to day. Personally, I don't know, but yeah,
I feel like this is it. I mean, it's what? It's a what's the thing? 18 millimeters, so it's 28, something like that. So it's kind of like an iPhone in that way.
That's true.
It's kind of like your regular phone thing.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, a crop off of this is going to look a lot better than a crop off of your phone, I would imagine.
Yes, and indeed, this has like built-in cropping mode so that you can simulate as though you had a zoom lens on it or something like that. So, yeah.
And they say you can process the RAWs. You can reprocess the RAWs in camera, which is kind of cool.
Interesting, yeah.
So you don't even need to use like Lightroom to reprocess your RAWs. You can just do it in the camera.
Yeah, but this is available now from places like B&H for $1,500, which
it says if you order it now from B&H, it'll ship on the 12th of September. So pretty quick.
I think I don't know. I think that's not bad. I guess.
No, it's not bad at all.
Yeah.
I was expecting them to increase the price over $2,000, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, I also think this is a more compelling upgrade than like what Sony's been doing for the RX100 the past couple.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So,
they like actually did something here.
Right.
Whereas it seems like when Sony does something, it's like, look, we made it more expensive.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
We did not change the sensor. We did change the image processor, but not the sensor.
Right.
So now it reads out faster, but it's the same image quality. It's like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I may end up getting one of these if we're thinking about traveling internationally.
This would be a good
at the end of the year or in the spring. I think this would be.
It's also
fantastic for that.
Is the other thing about this? This thing is sturdy. It's built like a brick. The GR3 is anyway. Like you could throw a GR3 at someone in self-defense if you really.
They're all magnesium. It says it's like a magnesium body, and I'm just like looking at it in somebody's hand. I
also think if you dropped one, obviously you wouldn't be happy, but it wouldn't like shatter into a million pieces. It'd just be a bit banged up. So yeah. How cameras should be.
Very cool. I like
Lightroom stuff. Yes.
There's two updates that I noticed from Lightroom. One, which is very cool, is that you can publish directly to Glass if you're a Glass user, the social media app that we've talked about before.
Yeah.
They've finally released a plugin for Lightroom that lets you publish directly to Glass from Lightroom.
Nice.
Which is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Glass has had a web app that actually works, unlike every other website.
Yeah.
But like now you can just
get me started on
Instagram's
Instagram's web.
Oh my god, it's the worst.
Yeah.
So that's cool. More of this, please. If you make a photo website, you should be able to publish directly to it from Lightroom. That's like
Well, I can't imagine it's that hard technically, right? Like it's
you have to learn Adobe Extend Script.
Oh, well, okay, there you go.
So that's a whole
interesting.
That's a whole thing.
Yeah.
And then also I just noticed Lightroom Classic has finally gotten GPU preview generation.
Lightroom Classic, which they're still upgrading because they realize that not everyone likes, new Lightroom, I guess.
They've got to give up on the new one at some point, right?
I would think so.
I think they've got to give up.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just doesn't seem realistic.
There's still a list of things that the Lightroom, cloud version doesn't have, and among other things are tethered shooting, which is you would think kind of a big use for Lightroom
yeah,
Classic.
Huge use for Lightroom Classic.
So, yeah. But, add to this one more thing, which is the ability to use the GPU in your computer for generating your previews.
Yeah. So now I can do that. I haven't done a shoot yet since this came out, but I really want to try it because preview generation is the only thing that takes on my M4 Max, my maxed out MacBook Pro. The only thing that brings it to its knees is preview generation.
I did do a shoot, and I can't remember if I had it turned on.
It's on
I guess
auto
it's
by
on
default.
by default because I did sort of like switch to another app expecting it to take its normal amount of time to generate the previews, and then when I switched back in sort of the normal amount of time I would have expected, it was already done and had been for a little while. So I guess it's working.
It's good. I hope I want to do a benchmark test. I guess I could do this. I could just delete the previews for a batch of photos in my library and see what it does.
Yeah.
But this is great. Use my giant GPU. Nothing else uses it.
For whatever reason, they've decided that your GPU, if you have this, needs to have at least 16 gigs of VRAM, which is kind of a lot. And
yeah, so if you're on Windows,
large for making some JPEGs.
Yeah, so if you're a Windows user, sorry, this is clearly built for Mac users.
Yeah, even if you have a discrete GPU, you have to have a higher end one to have at least 16 gigs of VRAM.
Well, if you have an NVIDIA discrete GPU, you have to have a 3090, a 4090, or what, a 50. The 5070s have 16 gigs now.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah. So this is for Mac users, where every Mac with an M4 or newer has 16 gigs of VRAM.
Yeah. If you have, a 3060, which I think is the most common GPU,
something like that
on Steam.
Sorry,
we can't. Even though that can encode 4K video just fine, we cannot figure out how to make some JPEGs with that.
Now, to be clear, that's just auto mode. Yeah. You can just go and force it on, and it probably works fine.
Yeah. It is
but
weird
in auto, it won't turn it on unless it has 16 gigs.
So go in and turn it on, because I can't imagine it will actually struggle if it has less than 16 gigs. It's 2D images. How hard could it be? It's one JPEG, Michael. How much would it cost? Next, we have some Nikon updates. They've come out with the first 2 lens for the Z family.
Yeah.
Nikon Z24-70 f2.8 S2. This is their lightest 24 to 70 millimeter lens, as well as the
lighter.
lightest.
It's lighter than the other ones by a good margin. Not so much by the Sigma. So the Sigma 2.8 is 735 grams. The Nikon is 695, so it's pretty close.
The
Canon is 900 grams. The Panasonic is 935.
Yeah, so which is about 1.5 pounds as opposed to approximately 2 for all the other ones. So
yeah, and the original one, it's 130 grams lighter than the S1 as well.
Hand holding this for a long time will be a little more feasible. So
yeah, much nicer, I would imagine.
Also, it's an internal zoom. So doesn't actually change the length of the lens. This was a good idea that I don't know why we abandoned. But it's coming back. So
yeah.
Now it does make it a little bit longer, I guess, because it doesn't have like a minimum length, but it's a zoom lens. What do you expect?
See, this is what Nikon has internal zooms on, like the
big boys.
70 to 200 is an internal zoom.
Yeah.
But why was the 24 to 70 not? I don't know. No, it is. It's the first lens that uses the Silky Swift VCM motors.
I did see that. Yeah,
sure.
And also something. Where was the coating? It's called like meso something coat.
Absolutely.
Mesoamorphous coat as well as Arneo coat. Basically fancy lens coatings. One thing I like, which not enough lenses have, is there's a little opening in the lens hood that you can sort of pop open so that you can then adjust the filter without having to take the whole lens
that's
off.
pretty nice. I that feels like something that a lot of people should have.
Yes, I was trying to do some photography with my circular polarizer on in sunny weather, so I had the lens hood on, and it was frustrating to say the least.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know. It's a piece of plastic,
Yeah,
seems pretty easy to anyway.
Now, one omission that people like me will find annoying, but I guess most people probably won't care. They took off the little OLED screen that shows you parameters.
Oh, yeah.
I like that on my S1 quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess they decided that it's not necessary. And to be fair, it's probably not necessary. But
I was going to say, I mean, I feel like you're not in a position to look at it all that
No,
often,
you're really not. But it is kind of nice to have.
It's kind of neat. Yes, I agree. They have said that this is the fastest focusing lens they've ever made. Approximately 5 times better autofocus than the original 24-70. And its autofocus tracking performance during zooming is 60% better. So
sure,
not quite a sports lens, but you could do worse, to say.
I mean, I do sports with mine. It works fine. I don't know. We're all like all of these. We're doing like just stats watching here. Like people say, oh, it's a little too slow for sport. Try it.
Yeah,
it's fine. Like now, it works fine. You don't need that extra little bit of speed. It doesn't make a difference in real world use.
Yeah. Now this is quite a bit more expensive than the previous version. It's $2,800 as opposed to $2,400, but it's on sale because I guess they're trying to get rid of it. So either way, I suppose you could either get a good new lens or a decent old lens. But
yeah, that's the thing. Like optically, I'm really curious. I don't think reviewers really have these yet.
It doesn't seem like it.
I'd be really curious in comparisons between them. I suspect optically it's pretty similar.
Yeah,
but maybe in certain situations it does better. I don't know.
Well, that's what it seems like with a lot of lens stuff these days, right? Is that they're just sort of honing edge cases because it's hard to. I feel like you'd have to try to make a really crappy lens, So
the old 24-70 was the best 24-70,
yeah,
like ever that anyone's ever made.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, it does also have a
Nikon makes good lenses because I'm
hearing this.
Yeah. Go ahead. You were saying.
Oh, it does have you can click. It has a clicky control ring if you want.
Oh, very nice. Is it selectable?
Yes.
You can click it on and off. Very nice.
So that is nice. I wish mine had that.
Yep.
But
very cool. Next, we have an update for my new camera, the Z6 III, which has had its first major firmware update, which adds Bird AF, which took me a moment to realize stands for autofocus.
It does.
Because I saw Bird AF and I was like, sure. Auto capture, better bracketing, and the content authenticity stuff that we've talked about in the past.
Now, come on, Nikon. Hey, where's the content authenticity for my $5,000 camera that you said was the first camera ever to have content authenticity? What are you doing?
They're working on it. Yeah.
What are you doing, guys?
Also includes, and this is probably going to be useful to me, a focus limiter setting, allowing photographers to limit their shooting distance range and therefore improve autofocus reliability in certain situations.
Yeah, that's pretty useful. I'm surprised it didn't have that already.
Yeah, well, I had some times I was shooting last weekend, and I was shooting through like a lattice, and it kept trying to focus on the lattice rather than the person behind the lattice, and it would have been nice to be like, hey, stop that, Additional, so they kind of hid here some of the good stuff. Additional operability improvements include a new automatic monitor display function to disable the eye sensor when the vari-angle monitor is deployed.
Oh, that's handy.
Yes,
because it does do that if you have the little flippy screen flipped, it'll still try to use the viewfinder.
Yes, you'll open it up and you'll bring it close to you, and it'll be like, oh, you're putting it up to your eye, and it's like, no, I'm not. What? No, stop that.
Stop it.
The option to exit zoom view in manual focus mode by half pressing the shutter.
Okay,
recall settings function, USB streaming support without software.
Oh, wow.
I guess it's just a UVC camera now. That's pretty neat. Improved firmware updating using Nikon Imaging Cloud and more. So yes, I appreciate. All
see
the
this.
Updates.
You can combine now focus shift and AE bracketing with pixel shift, and you can get some crazy high resolution macro photos.
I don't know how to use any of those things, but I might have to find out.
It seems cool though.
There's some settings on the camera that I'm just like, I don't know, and I don't think I need that, so I'm just not going to worry about it. Yeah. But yeah,
I do want to point out
content authenticity stuff is,
So content authenticity, there's that plugin that I had found for browsers a little while ago that lets you view the provenance of an image. But I found a better one, which is called Exify. It works for both Firefox and Chrome, but it lets you
the two browsers.
See the two browsers. That's right. You can see all of the EXIF data for images on websites with a click, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
It displays C2PA as well, but you can just like right click on any image and be like view EXIF, and then it will show it to you, which is very cool.
Nice. Yeah.
So I like that. And it shows an overlay. It has modes, like if the image is shown large, then it will automatically overlay some of the EXIF data when you hover over it.
Yeah.
Which is cool if you're like looking at somebody's gallery or whatever.
Companies using AI images, be warned.
Be warned. I will be viewing your pictures. This
is a sidebar, but I was looking at like software for work stuff the other day, and I came across a website, and all of their screenshots were very clearly AI generated because they had like garbage text.
Right.
That wasn't actual letters or anything. And I'm just like, what are you doing? Show me what your app actually looks like, Because now I'm thinking you don't actually have one.
Yeah, right. It really makes me think that they have nothing. Like you don't actually do anything.
Yeah. It does not inspire confidence, to say the least. So,
no, absolutely not.
Yeah. Next in new camera stuff, Hasselblad has come out with an update to the X2D, which is called the X2D 2.
No, you got to get it right. It's X2D 2 100C. Because we don't have enough numbers in there.
The R2D2 100 C3PO.
Right.
It's the X2D 2, but importantly, that second 2 is the Roman numeral 2. That's 100C. Right, I don't know why they didn't call it the X3D. Because I believe they had an X1D.
They sure did, yeah.
Did they forget their own naming scheme? The person who was in charge of naming schemes retired, and the new person took over and was like, well, I don't know. They didn't leave their notes or anything, so I don't know. Just call it the X2D2.
They forgot how to do SEO, and they didn't want to lose their spot in the search results for X2D, so they had to come up with something that used the same names.
X2D2 100C, which includes some features that I didn't realize Hasselblad medium format X cameras didn't have that the rest of us have had for a long time, like continuous autofocus.
Yeah.
What you're telling me you're paying like 10 grand for a camera that does not do continuous autofocus.
That's correct. Yes.
It's just, it's bizarre. But you do get, it has a LiDAR system embedded in the front of the camera to help do that autofocus. So
great. I mean, honestly, sure. Innovations in autofocus. I'm not complaining about that. But like,
it also finally adds a joystick.
That was something that a lot of people complained about with the old one, is that it didn't have like a D-pad or a joystick or anything. You had to use the stupid touch screen to navigate.
Okay, there is one thing that I like about this camera here, which is that when you flip the screen out, some of the buttons come with it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah. I do like that.
That should be how it is. Don't make me like try and use the the buttons on a completely different plane from the screen, So
now, one thing that Hasselblad gets right with this that other camera companies should follow, it says that there are 8 customizable buttons on this camera.
Yeah,
like on
that
the body.
feels like enough. Yeah.
Hey, everyone else, just don't pre-assign the buttons. Just let me choose what they do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like cameras like ours, even the Nikons, like you can reassign the buttons, but then they have what's written on them as wrong,
they're still
basically.
labeled. It's like don't label them. Just make a bunch of them empty. Or do like on the Z9, I think a bunch of them say like C1, C2 or whatever. That's fine.
Yes. Yeah.
Don't put like labels on them. Don't do that.
This also includes a complete end-to-end HDR workflow and 10-stop image stabilization. Custom, like you said, 8 custom buttons. And then it has a 1 terabyte internal SSD and a CF Express card slot. Do not bring your dirty SD card anywhere near this thing. Cards with money only.
So HDR is kind of cool.
Yes.
It does Ultra HDR, JPEG,
and HDR.
HEIF. Like iPhone
files.
You get your HEIFs.
It can also process its raw images in HDR using the accompanying Focus, which with a PH, Focus Mobile 2 app.
And Lightroom.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Why not?
Cost to you for just the body, $7,400 American.
That's right.
So, but hey, you get continuous AF now.
Every dentist in the world's ears perked up when they saw this.
They also came out with a new lens for it, which I frankly don't care about. It's an expensive lens. I'm sure it's fine. Whatever. Yeah. XCD lenses for your crazy camera.
Look, people have fun with these. I think the people that enjoy these are mostly dentists, but like, it's fine.
I mean, you kind of gotta be. Yeah.
Yeah. Because who else is spending that much money on this?
Yeah.
Because for the price of this body, you could have a Fujifilm medium format camera and like 3 lenses.
Yeah.
Just for the price of the body, and you'll get basically equivalent results.
Or you could have a mid-range full frame from basically every manufacturer.
That's right.
That makes them. Yeah. All together at once. In news for those of us who have budgets, Nova Chips, which is a South Korean memory manufacturer, has a new 400 gig CF Express Type A card, which is the Sony type. So not for the rest of us, but it's just $140, which is pretty good compared to like a UHS-2 SD card of similar.
Yeah, that's kind
capacity.
of a crazy price for these things.
Yeah. Historically, CF Express cards have been expensive, which kind of makes sense. They are much faster, but that's coming down, I guess. I think what we're starting to see, hopefully, is that, the proliferation of M2 SSDs in literally everything means that the hardware to build these things, because these are basically, NVMe SSDs, they're all PCI Express based flash storage.
Right.
So it's getting easier to get hold of the raw chips to make these. And yeah.
I mean, right now, CF Express Type B is already pretty cheap.
Yeah.
So here's OWC Atlas Pro 512 gigs.
That is
Type
the one
B
I got most
is
recently.
$139 on sale right now.
Yeah, that's the one I got for my Z6 III. Yeah, it's a good one.
Next Storage Japanese CF Express, which I'm sure that's a real company. That one's $249, but it's a terabyte.
See, that's the thing with the CF Express cards. Like SD cards, you usually know the brands and whether they're good or not. CF Express cards come in some very weird brands.
Yeah, there's some brands where it's like,
and I don't know whether I trust them or not. Yeah,
I buy SanDisk. SanDisk is good. OWC I trust, and I trust Lexar generally.
Mm-hmm.
Those are fine. But like the last time I bought one, like when I first got my Z7 that needed CF Express, that card was 128 gigs, and I think I paid almost $300 for it.
Yeah. I feel a bit jebaited now because I actually got the 256 gig Atlas Pro CF Express, which is $159 at the moment, but on Amazon the 512 is $139. Is it too late to return it?
When did you buy it?
Well, probably over a month ago. So
I mean, you might be able to.
I don't.
Or get them to give you a credit or something.
Yeah, we're like, hey, what the heck?
Yeah,
that's bizarre. And now, this is CF Express 4.02, which is the newest version that is ridiculously fast. So fast your camera probably can't support it, but you can get a reader that does.
I'm going to be honest. unless you're shooting video in RAW in 8K, you don't need one of these like crazy fast CF Express cards.
Yeah.
You just
the only thing that this would have been useful for is when I went and shot 3,000 photos at the IndyCar race, and then it took quite a long time to copy off of the SD card that I was using at the time. So, yeah.
I don't think you'll have that problem with your Z6 III.
No, I suspect not. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But even that, like now, my main card is a Sabrent Rocket.
Also a good brand, yes.
Yeah, they're a good brand. And that one, I never am able to fill the buffer on the camera. I know it's technically it's not fast enough according to Nikon specs, but like I can't fill the buffer when I'm shooting bursts. Yeah. So clearly it's fast enough.
You're not shooting fast enough.
I mean, I'm setting it to the 20 FPS mode. I don't know how much faster I can go.
You gotta set it to like 30 or.
Especially in JPEG, there's no way you're filling that buffer with a reasonably fast card.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Sabrent has a Rocket USB-C SSD enclosure that has RGB in case you need that in your life.
Ooh. Yeah, I do, obviously.
Sabrent, also one of the few companies that makes Thunderbolt external SSDs.
They are, yeah.
They have a Thunderbolt 5 4 terabyte portable SSD, $600.
Whew. I guess if you need it.
Don't worry. There's a coupon that brings it down to $510.
Yeah, right. Sabrent also the only company that makes a Thunderbolt KVM.
Is that so? Okay.
That's true.
There's a lot of like Thunderbolt docking stations, but not KVMs.
They are they have a Thunderbolt 4 KVM. I have one. It works great. They're the only company that seems to make one of these devices. Nobody else has one. I don't really understand why that is the case, but it is.
It must be something to do with, the silicon required.
I don't know. My understanding is Intel makes a chip that is a Thunderbolt KVM chip. And then you just use that to build a product, and like no one else has bothered to do it.
Yeah, that's because Intel makes the chips and no one wants it.
Sure. But hey, if you're looking for one, I have one. It works great.
Yeah.
So
can I buy that from like, DigiKey or something?
I mean, probably.
Anyway, finally, the L-Mount Alliance has a new member, Viltrox, which is, one of these cheap autofocus lens companies. So they'll be supporting L-Mount for their new stuff now.
Yeah, it's pretty
exciting for folks who have L-Mount cameras. More options. Also, I feel like because L-Mount now is Leica, Sigma, Panasonic, DJI, Samyang, Blackmagic, and Sirui, and Viltrox now. That's a lot of lens manufacturers.
Yeah, it's like all of the third-party ones that matter.
Yeah, right.
Really?
And like between Leica, Panasonic, and Blackmagic, that's some pretty decent cameras too. Yeah. That you get in there. So yeah. I don't know about Sigma though.
Well,
they're probably between all the other companies. They're probably in the crosshairs there, but I don't know.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Sigma's gonna have to start making more of its own cameras again, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're never gonna do that. I don't think.
Finally, Rolly has teased. They posted an image on Instagram last week that was a photo of a zebra, and it said, "We are back. Be prepared and stay tuned." This was from the Rolly analog account, which had not posted since 2021.
Mm-hmm. So, are we back, though?
Remains to be seen, but it seems like maybe.
We'll see if they're one of those.
To know. This is a different Rolly from like the Rolly 35 AF camera that we talked about and other thing, licensing. This is the Rolly analog brand, which basically does the like Rolly film and stuff like that. Although it's not, it's just rebranded film, but they're the ones that do that. So we'll see. It'd be curious.
I don't have a lot of hope, but we'll see what they do.
It's probably more films, I would guess.
But is it just like rebranded something else?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's usually something made by either Harman or Orwo, basically. Those are your choices. So, yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We wanted to talk about the Pixel. Google has made another phone.
The Poogle Gixel. That's what I always think of when I see Google Pixel, is just to spoonerize it. So they have the 10
They've
Pro.
given up on making phones that don't look like iPhones, it seems. It just looks like an iPhone now.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I thought you were joking, but like literally the radius of the corners is
it's
similar,
like the same.
Like they could have squared it off a little bit more or rounded it a little bit more, but no, they're just like, what the heck? So, but yeah, they have the new 10 Pro and Pro XL, which have a camera feature that purports to let you zoom in beyond 30x, and the way that it does that is by using AI to basically make up the photo at that point.
Pretty much.
And I've seen example images. I've been looking at example images of this feature, and it does not look good at all.
No.
I don't know. Okay, I see what you mean now, because I'm viewing one of their little product images where they sort of are rotating the phone, and it just looks like an iPhone.
Yeah, just
especially in this like grayish, shiny, metal texture. Yeah.
Well, it's going to get even worse apparently, because the rumors about the new iPhone is that it'll have a bar across the back for the camera. So it's going to be like identical.
It's all the same, right? Yeah. Well, and the other thing they added is don't call it MagSafe charging. Qi 2. They call it Pixel Snap, because you got to have your own brand for this stuff. But these images with the like diffusion model, basically, it's supposed to like fill in the details. No, it does not look good. It looks pretty bad, to be honest.
According to this survey on on androidauthority.com, what do you think of ProRes zoom so far? 42% say it seems like a big disappointment.
I would tend to agree.
Now, what's interesting, there's a like it doesn't look good. It can't fill in detail at all. It just makes up stuff that it thinks is plausible.
And I think the problem is because you're giving it a photo that is like not high quality to begin with, and you're saying, add to this. And it's like, you can't, if your feed stock is not great,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a new evolution of basically the Samsung thing, where it was the astrophotography thing, or it was like, oh, you took a picture of the moon. Here, I'll fill in a picture of the moon for you.
Yeah, here's some craters and whatnot. And it's like, no, that wasn't. And we made fun of that at the time, and I think we should be making fun of this. There was a great photo. Let me find it, of basically where someone like super zoomed into some bricks, and it made them all hairy. I found, where did I put it? John Scalzi wrote a blog post on this, which is entitled "Pictures, Not Photos: What's Going On with the Pixel 10 Pro ProRes Zoom." And he's got some, you can zoom. You can scroll down here. He's got a photo he basically took of way down the street, and there's what you can see is a stop sign. And a prepare to stop sign, and then after the Google thing reprocesses it like makes the lines a little bit sharper, but it completely screws up the stop sign into like some sort of circular sign with who knows what on it, and it's just like, this isn't adding detail, it's just sort of like smooshing the photo in weird ways, It's not adding anything. It's just modifying it, really.
I understand why they would think this is a good idea. Because the super zoomed in photos
AI
look like
makes
crap.
line go up.
Well, okay. Think about it from an engineer. Yes. I mean, yes, right?
Yes.
But if you're an engineer and you're like, well, okay, I'm trying, like, people want to be able to zoom in and have okay quality.
People want to do something that physics doesn't really allow, which is have a really small camera that can zoom really far and take a really clear photo. And it's like, that's not how any of this works, but how do we get around that?
Yes, the question is, can we do anything about it? And like, sort of, but not really. So they do this. It sort of works. There's probably certain scenarios where it works better than others, but in the end, you're not really taking a picture anymore.
Yeah. What's odd is that this is already like a periscope style camera, where they turn it 90 degrees so they can fit more lens elements in sideways. And like, they didn't want to just like do that a little bit more. I don't know.
Apparently
that seems
not.
like the way to do it to me is, if you wanted to do it that way. So
you'd think. But
you would think.
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good luck to them. I mean, I think this is going to be another one of those features where people look back at the pictures they took with it in like 5 years and they're like, "Ooh,
yeah,
why did I do that?"
Well, and I think this is, I think this might, be another driving force for people to purchase regular cameras, which is like you are running up against physical limitations of.
Yep.
Such small cameras in these devices.
Yeah, you cannot make it better.
Like, yeah, they take pretty good pictures at like close range, but anything more than that, it's going to struggle. So, I mean, I just noticed that with like the 5X on my camera.
Yeah.
Like you can tell it's not as good of a photo. So,
yeah. Physics. You can't.
But when I whip out my 180 to 600, like that is crispy detail,
Now, speaking of 180 to 600,
you need lenses. Yes.
What are you bringing to SpotLAX?
Oh God, I haven't thought about it
yet. Because that's in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Probably the 180 to 600. I would imagine that's going to be pretty useful because unlike my IndyCar experience, I will not be right next to the track or whatever. So there's two things I would recommend. I was going to say, what pitfalls can I avoid here?
So 180 to 600, you definitely want. You have ticket. Did you get tickets to the rooftop spotting party on Friday?
I don't know.
Okay.
Probably not.
You can come up after the party then. It'll be available. Are you staying at the H?
I am.
Okay. Perfect. So the rooftop
I don't know where to
party,
look for all these things. Is part of the problem.
That's fine. So on Friday night, there's like a party up on the rooftop that they have to sell tickets for because of fire code.
Okay,
But we'll be up there well after the party ends. Anyway, from up there, you probably want that 180 to 600. The planes are pretty close.
From zoom into the cockpit and see the
you could. It's close.
See him picking his nose.
From Proudbird, you probably also want that one, though they're sometimes a little closer.
Mm-hmm.
Now, from In and Out, you will want something wider.
Okay.
Because their In and Out is like right under the approach path for the right runway complex. So they're like,
well, I do have my
300 feet off the ground.
Yeah. Okay. So I've got my 35 to 150. So
you may want even wider than that.
Really? Okay.
If you want to do the like stand under the A380 and get the whole thing in view.
Okay. All right. So
then you need like 14.
All right. Well, I don't have do I have a 4? I don't know if I have something quite that wide angle. I think 20.
You borrow mine if you want, but
yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
I was planning on bringing the 180 600 obviously, but then also the 35 to 150 because I figured for the ramp.
That's a good idea.
For the ramp tour, obviously you don't need a zoom for that. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Those are very close. We'll see what they bring over this year. Last year they brought over a DHL 767 and a Delta 321.
Knowing my luck this year, it'll be like a Piper Cub and like a BAE, like
no,
111 or something.
It's officially, the event is officially sponsored by the airport. They get So we'll see.
They'll be like, here's an ERJ 145. Enjoy. You guys like a Dash 8, don't you? Here you go.
But over there is the cargo area for the airport. So typically they're able to get like DHL or FedEx to bring over something.
Nice. Yeah.
That's just, waiting.
Do you get to look in it and be like, wow.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of room in here for activities.
The 767 was just a cargo, a DHL cargo. It was totally empty. You could go up in and walk around.
I feel like
the Delta 321, they were like, look, this one has the new interior. Come check it out. And it's like, I hate the new interior.
Yeah. Well, I do not like the new Delta interior. Well, especially specifically first class. I don't like it. I don't know that I've seen it.
So it has these dividers between the first class seats. They're these little they're like the size of your hand. They're not even that big.
What?
And they're right next to your head on either side. So it gives you privacy. If you're traveling by yourself, fine.
Yeah.
If you're traveling with somebody, though, you can't talk to the person sitting next to you.
Yeah, you're just having alone time for a bit.
And you can't if you could fold down the middle ones, I would have no complaints, but you can't.
Yeah.
They're fixed in place. So for solo travel, it's fine, but for traveling with anyone, you're out of luck. So I don't like them.
Well, American Airlines emailed me a couple days ago. They want me to upgrade to main cabin extra. So I don't know. Well, I don't think that's worthwhile, but whatever.
So we're flying in a day early. We're going to go to Disneyland and then drive
very nice.
From there into the city.
Because I am very bad at traveling, it did not occur to me that, Disneyland is in the same metropolitan area.
Well,
because I've never been to Disneyland. I know that it's like clear across the city, basically.
Well, technically it's in the same metropolitan area.
Yeah.
But it'll probably take us 2.5 hours to get to LAX from Disneyland.
Yeah. But I've never been to Disneyland at all. So,
okay.
Yeah. But I'm not going now. Anyway.
It's far. It's far. So the benefit is that we can fly into Orange County instead of flying into LAX.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we can take United from SFO to Orange County and then just drive in. So
I'm just sort of pleased. I don't know what is happening with our airport that we keep getting more direct flights to places, but I'm fine with it because this is
it seems good, right?
Columbus to Los Angeles direct does not seem like a flight that would need to exist, but it does, and I'm like, okay, whatever. We actually added recently a Columbus to Austin direct flight as well, which is kind of wild.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't even know if we have direct to Austin.
Yeah. We have direct we have direct to Austin. We have direct to Seattle on Alaska.
Okay, sure.
It's an odd one. Yeah.
That's so strange.
I think had I been, if I wanted to fly and go to Disney World or Disneyland rather, I could have flown Breeze direct to Orange County, which would have been interesting.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Now,
because Breeze does that thing where they don't go to any of the good airports.
I disagree. I think that if there's any way you can avoid LAX, if you're going to Los Angeles and you are not going to something that requires you to go directly to LAX, go to any of the other airports.
Yeah.
LAX is awful.
I just think it's funny. They fly into the secondary airports in a lot of places, which, is cheaper, but it's
just in Los Angeles County. That's actually an advantage.
Although they're not as ridiculous as Allegiant, which flies out of Columbus, but not Columbus International. They fly out of Rickenbacker, which is our cargo airport.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
So there's one gate there for them only.
I flew Allegiant once when I was a kid, and they flew out of Manchester, New Hampshire.
Of course. Yeah.
Which has
huge aviation destination. I think we can. Yeah.
It seems like now they fly out of Portsmouth, which is even weirder.
Yeah. I once flew Breeze from Columbus to Norfolk International, and that is an interesting airport because it is a very small airport, but it's very big. you have to walk a lot for how small the airport actually is.
Well, it's international.
Yeah, of course.
So it has to be big.
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
So anyway, for my prep, I have all my camera stuff. I have all the right equipment already. I am considering an Osmo Pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think taking some video would be fun.
I think so, yeah.
And your friend and mine, Lily, got one and has been sending me messages.
Oh, she's been torturing you with it.
About how great it is.
Check this out.
Okay.
Well, they're not, I mean, how much are they? They're not.
So they're apparently everywhere else, they are way above MSRP, but at Costco.
Oh, okay. Oh,
they have them at Costco for $7.29, which is MSRP, and it comes with the battery handle, a mini tripod, an extension handle, and a memory card for MSRP. So
these are in
like
stock at my local warehouse.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah. Huh. That's more than I would have expected, but I guess it kind of makes sense. I don't know.
Well,
I still am thinking like flip video kind of. I don't know. Yeah.
It feels reasonable to me, including all of the extra stuff.
Yeah, that's true. You do get it's one of those bundles, so you get all the crazy stuff. But yeah,
Lily says especially you need the battery grip.
Oh, I can imagine.
Like you need it. Thing. And this comes with it, so that's pretty good.
The fact that it is $800 for just the camera on DJI's website is
right.
Like way too much.
How does Costco must have bought a bunch of them?
I guess so. Yeah.
And just has them at MSRP because this is like pre-tariff pricing.
Mm-hmm.
So
what? It comes with the battery. What does this all come with?
It comes with the battery handle, the little tripod thingy, protective case, and a memory card.
Okay. Because they've also you can get a wide angle lens for it. Of course.
Yeah, I don't want that. The thing I do want is the ND filter.
The ND filter set. Yeah, you can also get a black mist filter.
That's kind of wild.
And an expansion adapter. What is it? Oh, can expand to fit a cold shoe and an action camera port. So you can put a camera on your camera. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's the GoPro goofy screw-in mount thing.
Yeah.
So that you can screw it to a pre-existing action cam mount. That's a little weird, but whatever.
Now, Lily says that the ND filter is pretty important for daylight. Although she hasn't tried shooting log yet. So maybe if you're doing that, it doesn't matter because it also shoots log and then you can grade it afterwards.
Yeah. Can I say
but if you're just using straight out of the camera, you kind of need the ND.
Can I also say this won't be relevant for your use case, but I like the fact that this basically has a built-in receiver for DJI's wireless mics.
Yeah, kind of like
you don't have to plug something in. They also we didn't put this in as an item, but DJI came out with the Mic 3, which are even smaller than previous. So the scourge of giant wireless mics on YouTube videos is hopefully.
I think we're done with that. Yeah,
yeah. I did get actually for work recently. I had to buy some wireless mics, and I purposefully got some of the smallest ones I could get. I think they are the Hollyland Lark M2, and they are like slightly larger than buttons, and they're circular, which is ideal. So yeah, and that combo, 2 mics and various receivers, is $109 on
pretty good
Amazon. Yeah.
So anyway, I might pick one of these up and have some fun at SpotLAX. We'll see.
I think what you should do is put the Pocket on a selfie stick. So you can hold it way the heck far out. Well, maybe I'll dig out my own. I have a Osmo gimbal for like the iPhone somewhere.
Yeah,
that's a good idea. Try and dig out.
Also, download Jet Tip. By the way,
Jet Tip.
That's how you can see the planes that are coming in. It will be free for SpotLAX weekend at LAX.
Nice. Okay.
I believe Nick usually makes it free.
Yeah.
So yeah, this will be fun if you're in the area. The rooftop spotting party is sold out, I believe, but Cranky Dork Fest on Saturday morning that's the 13th at the In-N-Out near LAX. That is free and open to anyone. Come on by.
I was going to say, that's just a bunch of nerds in a
bunch of
parking
guys.
lot, basically, right? So.
Yeah, we terrorized the In-N-Out for a couple hours. That's open to anyone, so come on by.
Yeah. Frankly, In-N-Out deserves to be terrorized. That's my hot take.
That's true.
But, yeah.
What I will say, though, is don't park illegally, because you will get a ticket. Because I did twice. Yeah, should be fun. Come on by.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But anyway, I suppose when will our next episode be after that has occurred?
Yeah, it will
I suppose it will. Well,
it'll be after.
We'll
report in.
We will report in for certain.
That's all we have for you this week. Yeah. We'll talk to you after we visit sunny Los Angeles.